Hello students, I hope you will be fit and fine at your home. Today in the second module of chapter friction, we will discuss friction as a necessary evil. A necessary evil is an evil that someone believes must be done or accepted because it is necessary to achieve a better outcome. In other words, necessary evil is a thing that is bad but important. Friction is a necessary evil. It may appear that since the force of friction always opposes the motion, it is always a curse. This is not so, because very often the force of friction is also a boon, or as we often say, a necessary evil. In fact, life would have been not almost impossible if there were no friction. Friction helps us in many ways. Due to the immense usefulness of friction, it is called a necessary evil. Here are few examples of advantages of friction. Friction helps us to walk. Friction between our feet and ground enables us to grip the ground. In the absence of friction, we would slip and fall as our feet will not be able to grip the ground. Water reduces friction. So many times we may slip on a wet floor. We also find it difficult to walk on ice due to low friction. Without friction, we would not be able to hammer a nail in the wall, as the nail would keep on slipping. You would not be able to write on paper without friction between the pencil or pen and paper, because pen or pencil would keep on slipping. It would not be possible to light a matchstick by rubbing it against the matchbox if there was no friction. Brakes on cycles or cars work because of friction. When brakes are applied, the shoes of the brakes rub against the wheels. The friction between them reduces the speed. Few more examples of advantages of friction are vehicles such as two-wheelers, cars, and buses are able to move forward because of the friction between the tires and the road surface. Next, a meteor approaching the earth has to pass through its atmosphere. The friction between earth's atmosphere and the meteor generates a lot of heat. This causes the meteor to burn out in the sky before it can collide with the earth. Friction is harmful for us in many ways. Friction is responsible for the production of noise in the machines. Friction causes wastage of energy in the form of heat because friction generates heat. Sometimes this can be harmful. Excessive heat is produced in fast moving machine. Proper arrangements have to be made to cool the machine, otherwise it can get damaged. If the cooling arrangement in a car does not work properly, the engine can get jammed. Friction wears out the rubbing surfaces. That is, friction causes wear and tear in machinery parts. Also, the soles of your shoes wear out in a few months due to friction. The moving parts of a machine wear out with time because of friction. Friction causes wastage of energy. This is because any object that moves has to overcome the force of friction. Automobiles and engine consume more fuel due to friction. Friction has both advantages and disadvantages. Sometimes we need to reduce friction, and at other times we may want to increase it. Friction causes wear and tear, which reduces the life of an object. It results from the roughness of the surfaces in contact, and a large area of contact. So we can reduce friction by making the surfaces smooth and minimizing the area of contact. This can be done in various ways. Friction can be minimized by making use of lubrication. Friction is decreased by lubricating surfaces with oil, grease, or graphite. Friction in door hinges sometimes makes the door to squeak. Putting a few drops of oil reduces friction and the squeaking sound disappears. While playing carom, you put fine talcum powder on the carom board to reduce friction so that the striker moves smoothly on the carom board. Graphite is used as a lubricant in machines where the moving parts reach very high temperatures. Friction can also be reduced by polishing the surfaces. Rough surfaces produce more friction. Polishing a surface makes it smooth, thus reducing friction. Friction can also be reduced by using wheels and ball bearings. When a spherical or cylindrical object rolls on a surface, the resistance it encounters is called rolling friction. The resistance that an object encounters when it slides over a surface is called sliding friction. It is easier to roll an object than to slide it because rolling friction is lesser than the sliding friction. That's why vehicles are equipped with wheels. Ball bearings are small spherical balls placed between two moving cylindrical surfaces. Ball bearings used between the wheels and axle of a car reduce friction considerably. Most machines with moving parts use ball bearings. Friction can also be minimized by streamlining the shapes of bodies. Fluids such as water and air also exert friction on objects moving through them. This frictional force that fluids exert on objects is called drag. It depends on the nature of the fluid, the shape of the object, and the speed of the object with respect to the fluid. Friction is minimum for a streamlined shape, which is narrow in front and broader at the back. Nature has given birds and fish streamlined bodies. The bodies of aeroplanes, missiles, rockets, cars are streamlined to reduce friction with air called air resistance. Ships also have streamlined shapes to reduce friction with water. So these are the methods to decrease friction. Sometimes it is desirable to increase friction. This can be done by increasing the roughness of the surface. Tires of all kinds of vehicles have deep grooves called teats. These teats increase friction between the tires and the road, providing a better road grip. This prevents skidding of tires on a wet road. Sports persons have spikes in the soles of their shoes. This increases friction and helps them to get a firm grip on the ground. When a ground or surface becomes slippery after rain. Sand and gravels are spread over it to increase friction. Few more examples to increase frictions. Weightlifters apply some powder on their hands before lifting weights. This increases friction and helps them to get a firm grip. The grinding stone used in the kitchen has a rough surface. This provides appropriate friction for grinding purposes. With repeated use, the surface gets smoothened. It has to be properly grooved again for grinding. Now we will discuss some problems. First question is, how does lubrication reduce friction? A lubricant is a substance which, when applied between two surfaces in contact, reduces the force of friction between them. The lubricant separates the two surfaces in such a way that the interlocking of irregularities are generally reduced as the spaces between them are filled with the lubricant. The sliding surfaces after lubrication have a thin layer of the lubricant between them. The friction is then between the surfaces and the lubricant layer, which is much less. Next question is, on what principle do ball bearing work? As I told you that friction depends on the roughness of the surfaces in contact and large area of contact. The balls, that is the ball bearings, minimize the contact area, thereby reducing friction. The principle that rolling friction is less than sliding friction is also made use of in ball bearings, which contain steel balls or rollers. That is, ball bearings convert sliding friction into rolling friction, which makes movement easier. Now here are few problems for you. First question is, when you switch off a fan, it soon comes to rest. Why? Second question is, what is a lubricant? Name two solid lubricants and state where they are used. Thank you for paying attention. See you in the next module of the next chapter. Till then, write the answers of the given question and stay home, stay safe. Thank you.